It's time for the Malin Webb Show. Check out what is going on inside Tell City Baseball straight from Coach Webb.
Exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Welcome to the Malin Webb Show. And Coach, last week you played on North Posey and Perry Central. Why don't you recap those games for us?
Yeah, so last Thursday we traveled to North Posey, played in a pretty cold weather. Conditions weren't very fair to either team, but nonetheless, we needed to play after a 10-day off period. So we went down there, and in the third inning, we were down 1-0. We struggled offensively again, and we had at one point in time in that third inning, we had 2 outs with a runner on first and a 1-2 count. Got him to ground out to second base. We committed an error. Ended up now with runners on first and second with 2 outs. Walked the next guy, bases loaded, 2 outs, gave up a grand slam. Right away we were down now 5-0. And ultimately we ended up dropping that one 8-1. I think looking back at the stats, we only gave up 2 or 3 earned runs in that game. And then, we had to the next night turn right around and play Perry Central, defending sectional champion, and we dropped that one 5-3, and we were up all game 3-1, and about the 5th or 6th inning, we struggled a little bit. They started to figure out our pitching, and they put together a few hits, which resulted in a few runs. I think we had 1 throwing error on the night, which resulted in another run, and ultimately we dropped it 5-3. Looking back on that game, though, Perry Central, they pitched Travis Kellens, who's, in my opinion, he's probably one of the best in the area, and, we threw our catcher to start that game, and he gave us 5 valuable innings. And so, a culmination of Thursday and Friday night against both Posey and Perry, we walked away, and, leading up to this point right now, we've played 14 straight innings of hitless baseball. And, in high school, if you can't put a bat on the ball, you can't win. And, ultimately that's what we're dealing with right now. We got to find ways, to increase the confidence in our guys that are in our lineup, and find ways to execute jobs get guys over, score runs. And, you know, I think with where we're at defensively, once we figure out the offensive piece to this, I think, you know, we're still going to have a very fine year.
And we're back on the Malin Webb Show. Right, messages from our sponsors. You're listening to Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Malin Webb Communications.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Malin Webb Show. And Coach, this week you play Heritage Hills, Morris Park, South Spencer, and Evansville North. That's a pretty daunting schedule right there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Heritage Hills are off to a 4-0 start. Forest Park is Forest Park. They're always going to be one of the favorites in our 2A sectional. You know, South Spencer, perennial powerhouse program in Southern Indiana, and Evansville North, who, you know, is just as good as anybody, or if not better. And so, you know, we have a very, very brutal week. But, you know, looking at the positives this week, I think one of the things that we can take away from it is we're going to see good pitching every single night. And so, you know, it gives us 4 games this week to try to figure ourselves out offensively, who we are, you know, what guys deserve to be in the lineup, what guys, you know, need to be taken out of the lineup. And, you know, I think by the end of this week, we're going to find 9 guys that can, you know, put a bat on the ball and execute jobs and give us the best chance possible to win. So, you know, some people would look at this week and, you know, just be ready to get it over with. And I think we're taking a different approach to it. And, you know, in terms of trying to figure out who we are as a team and who we're going to be moving forward.
And I know sectional's a long ways away yet, but it'll be before you know it. But a week like this is going to let you know where you guys stand and what you need to work on for sectional.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like I said previously, I think our pitching and our defense is good enough to help us win games. But when you're not hitting the baseball, you're not going to have a chance to win. And so, you know, that's what I'm looking for this week, is to continue to play good defensive baseball, and, you know, find a way to win those 3-1, 5-3 games, you know, and whatnot. And so, and ultimately, when sectional time comes, you know, the good teams are the ones that find out how to win those close games. And so, you know, we've played in a lot of close games up to this point, and so we just got to figure out a way to get over the hump and figure out how to win those games.
Well, Coach, good luck this week, and go get 4 victories.
Thanks, Joe.
You're listening to the Malin Webb Show on Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Malin Webb Communications. We'll see you next week.
You have been watching the Malin Webb Show. Check out what is going on inside Tell City Baseball straight from Coach Webb. Exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.